thank you, SAFETY4SEA, for this invitation. It's an honor to be here together with the most honorable and qualified people here in Dubai and from the area for different companies, ship owners, ship operators, managers, classification societies, and mention each of you and service suppliers, because all of you we deal with every day on daily basis. Today I will try to develop very practically how to build or how to deal with the minimum safe money. What is a minimum safe money? Minimum safe money is a kind of certificate, okay? We cannot say that it's statutory because it's not in the scope of the classification societies and recognized organizations. We cannot say if it's a classification certificate because it also is not in the scope of the class. But most of the countries which have a registry are the one who issue the minimum safe money, okay? Because it's a big responsibility. The objectives of the minimum safe money shall be to be sufficiently, effectively, and efficiently managed. The vessel have to have a minimum kind of people, qualified persons, officers and ratings, including the master, of course, which can efficiently and effectively sail the vessel from one point to another, right? If we have to define the minimum safe manning, we can say that is the certificate who provides safety and security of the ship, safe navigation and operation at sea, safe operation in port and prevention, and we have to take care that you cannot have a minimum safe manning and you cannot afford the quantity of people. This is one of the points very important you have to take care, right? Second point, which is very important, the crew list is not the minimum safe manning. Crew list is the quantity of seafarers that you can afford on board due to the capacity of the vessel, related with the cabins, related with the structure of the vessel. For example, the sea wage certificates, right? Minimum safe manning is most directly with the operation of the vessel, related with the sailing, navigation, ship operation, cargo operation, and security and safety, right? That means, for example, we can have on board a minimum safe manning of 12 people, right? And we can have a crew list of 20 people, which is very normal nowadays, right? Most of the days, we in our office, we issue a lot of minimum safe manning for the vessels which are in the area, not only in the Gulf, but also in the Middle East, Africa, and whatever. Other point, which is the ILO. Nowadays, the ILO and the MLC have a lot of things that are very important for the commitment of the seafarers on board, that they have to have an habitability on board, okay? Cabins which have enough capacity for the seafarers. And also the more important is the port state control detentions, which is, I was waiting for the port state control detention, what was the reasons, the main reasons, but I can tell you that it's not the case of the minimum safe manning. They are not in the 5 first reasons of detentions. That means that we are doing well. The chief mate on board, remember the regulations are very important. We have to check, for example, to determine the minimum safe manning, we have safe navigation, right? We have mooring operations, safety functions, operations, arrangements, medical care related with the clinic on board. You know that we have the chase, the list of medicines and all the things that we have to have on board. And for sure, the port state control and the classification society in the annual survey or intermediate survey, they will check this list if you have on board or not, right? All related with the seafarers. Cargo operations is related if you have enough people. Most of the days, nowadays, the cargo operations are made by the port stevedoring companies. But sometimes they have vessels, still nowadays, that the cargo operations are made by the crew. Then you have to have enough crew. Integrity of the ship means the capacity of the crew to make inspections around the ship while the vessel is in the port facilities or even sailing, to see if they have any problem in the hull, in the infrastructure of the vessel. ISPS related with the protection. You know that we have also the APO, which is the armed personnel on board, which is extra crew that we have to embark on board. And this extra crew have also to have some life-saving equipment and a cabin to be on board. Of course, the food also, they have to eat on board, they have to live on board during the time the vessel is passing through the risk areas. Training, one of the things that the situations can be difficult for the seafarers, for the vessel, is if the vessel is detained because one of the person on board have not holding the certificate related to the kind of ship, tanker, oil and chemical tanker, or for example, a gas carrier, whatever. That means we are talking about the special training, oil and chemical, liquefied gas tankers, passenger ships, IGF ships, and polar waters, which is one of the last modification or amendment they made in the STCW. Related with the certificate itself, we have the gross tonnage, which have to match with the registry of the vessel and the ITC. We have the main propulsion, which is in kilowatts, which determine the regulation of the ship, of the officer, if it's 3.2 or 3.3. Remember that the reference is 3,000 kilowatts. Below 3,000 kilowatts, you can hire an officer, an engine officer with the regulation 3.3. We're talking about the chief engineer and second engineer. Relating the nature of the cargo or other ship, we have three kinds of minimum safe manning. For cargo vessels, for passenger ships, and other ships, which include tugboats and supply ships, right? This is in the case of Panama flag. And each of them, we have tables. I will show you one portion of the table that we are using to build the minimum safe manning. Water and operation means where is the vessel operating. We have two kinds of minimum safe manning for more than 600 miles between port of departure and port of arrival, and less of 600 miles. In the case of the 600 miles plus, which is we call worldwide, we cannot make any negotiation with the ship owner because we have a regulation, which is the resolution 106-176, which is a national regulation that we cannot change this manning. This manning have to be completed because the vessel is sailing around the world. But if the vessel is making a voyage less than 600 miles between port of departure and arrival, then we can negotiate with ship owner, and we can do some kind of reduction of the manning depending of some conditions that we can introduce in the same certificate. Other requirement by the ILO, for example, the SICA, which is the certificate applicable for some specific ships, which is related with the condition of the cabins and the size of the cabins, right? Safety and security is the more important if you are thinking about the minimum safe manning, right? This is what our flag are looking for in first instance, because remember, this is a matter of commercial thing. Every ship owner are looking to have on board a quantity of seafarers who can do the business, okay, who can transport the cargo, but at the same time, they are looking for the money, okay? How they have to spend in a salary, how they have to spend in a master, if they have to pay, the quantity of. This is very important. In the moment they will found some specific registry. Sometimes they came to us and they negotiate to us, and we cannot be flexible in this specific case, and then they move to another flag. This happens nowadays, right? Unattended machinery space, you know what means? Unattended machinery space, UMS, means if the vessel have in the engine room enough equipment that it's not necessary to have people there during the watch. That they can control the engine room from the bridge. That means you can dispense or you can reduce the manning if the vessel is unattended machinery space who have to make this notation shall be made by the class, okay? Ensure that the minimum safe manning is always adequate. And the new proposal for the minimum safe manning of a ship in case of changes of trading areas. Yeah, the minimum safe manning have no validity. That means the minimum safe manning can be changed only in case that the vessel changed the name, gross tonnage, or area of navigation, or trading area. Then you can apply for a new minimum safe manning. But normally, it's not validity for the certificate. Let's go to the administration. Our role is to be sure that the watchkeeping is made correctly, the hours of work and rest are taken care. You know that on board you have to fulfill the book with all the rest hours for the seafarers, and this is auditable also for sure for the port state control. Certification of seafarers, they have to have the qualification and the regulation related with the position they are running on board. Training of seafarers, that we are talking about the certificate in case of special vessels. Occupational hefty, crew accommodation, all the things are responsibility of the flag in the moment that we issue the certificate. We have some dispensations, we have some exemptions for the minimum safe manning in those cases. For a single voyage, when the vessel have not...
You have to speed up, you have 1 minute
okay.
left. Okay.
When the vessel have not a certificate, we have the minimum safe manning for single voyage, reducing authorization in case of laid up, or when the vessel is in the dry dock, dispensation letter if we have an accident on board or somebody die, and we have a home country license if the crew have not been endorsed by the flag. Okay, let's go to one example of the minimum safe manning we have. You can see the master regulation, and this is the format, the international format, right? Oil tanker. This is in the case of the worldwide. We have here 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13. This is the more common quantity of crew that we have on board nowadays. And the last one, we like to check, this is the special areas, voyage not exceeding 600 miles, and we can negotiate with this. And in the end, we can put this footnote related with the chief officer and ABC men while the vessel is operated during these limits. They can be dispensed. Thank you so much.